Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome you all again in Maths 2 lecture. Alhamdulillah, we have completed our first lesson, that is similarity. Now second lesson of Maths 2, that is geometry, Pythagoras theorem. Yeah, I think you are familiar with the Pythagoras theorem. You have applied and used to solve the sum Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is given by a great mathematician. Name of that mathematician, it is called Pythagoras. So Pythagoras theorem is in a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to the square of remaining two sides. So in a right angle triangle, so suppose this triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. So in a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse, though the side opposite to the 90 degree is called hypotenuse. So this is your hypotenuse. Square of hypotenuse is equal to the square of sum of the square of remaining side. So your Pythagoras, apply Pythagoras theorem in this triangle. So it is AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is your Pythagoras theorem. Okay. And you are familiar with this theorem. We use this theorem to solve the sum in 9th standard and 8th standard also. So Pythagoras theorem is equal to the square of hypotenuse. Pythagoras theorem is square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of remaining side. In this lesson, Pythagoras theorem, we have to study some properties and some theorems. Okay. The first property that we have to discuss in this lesson is Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet. Triplet means 3. Okay. Pythagorean triplet. Triplet means 3. So what is a Pythagorean triplet? So Pythagorean triplet is nothing but the group of 3 numbers, or we can say that the 3 numbers in such that the square of greater number is equal to the square of addition and the sum of the square of remaining 2 numbers. Then the group of that 3 number is called as Pythagorean triplet. Okay. Again I am repeating. Triplet means 3. So Pythagorean triplet is nothing but the group of 3 numbers, or the 3 numbers in which the square of greater number is equal to the sum of square of remaining 2 numbers. So that group of 3 number is called Pythagorean triplet. For example, 3, 4, 5. The group of 3 numbers. In that the square of greater number, that means square of 5. Here the greater number is 5. Square of 5 is 25. Then the square of remaining 2 numbers, the sum of the square of remaining 2 numbers, 3 square plus 4 square. So 3 square is 9 and 4 square is 16. 9 plus 16 is 25. That is square of 5 is equal to the 3 square plus 4 square. So therefore 3, 4, 5. That means this group of 3 number is a Pythagorean triplet. That is, this is a Pythagorean triplet. I think you get the idea of Pythagorean triplet. Okay. Pythagorean triplet is nothing but the 3 numbers. Triplet means 3, or a group of 3 numbers in which the square of greater number is equal to the sum of square of remaining 2 numbers. Then the group of that 3 number is called Pythagorean triplet. Like one more example, 13, 12 and 5. Okay. Now here the greater number is 13. Okay. Then 13 square. 13 square is 169. Now next is add square, 12 square plus 5 square. Okay. Addition, that is the square sum of the square of remaining 2 numbers. So 12 square is 144. 5 square is 25. So add them. 5 plus 4, 9. 4 plus 2, 6. 169. That means here also 13 square is equal to 12 square plus 5 square. So therefore 13, 12 and 5 are Pythagorean triplet. Okay. The 3 numbers, or a group of 3 numbers in which the square of greater number is equal to the sum of square of remaining 2 numbers. Then the group of that 3 numbers are called Pythagorean triplet. See one more example, that is example third, 4, 6 and 5. Okay. Now here the greater number is 6. So 6 square is 36. Then the remaining numbers, sum of the square of other two number, 5 square plus 4 square. 5 square 25, 4 square 16. Add them. 6 plus 5 11, carry 1, 2 and 1, 2 to 4, 41. Okay, now see here, that means square of greater number is not equal to the square of other sum of the square of other two number. So therefore this number, that means 4, 6, 5 are not Pythagorean triplet. Okay, got the idea of Pythagorean triplet? So Pythagorean triplet are nothing but the group of three numbers or three numbers in which the square of greater number is equal to the sum of the square of remaining two numbers. If this condition is applied, then the number, that means the group of three numbers, are the Pythagorean triplet. Okay. Now see here, in this case, these also the three numbers. So square of greater number is 36. And the sum of the square of remaining two number is 41. So that means in case the square of greater number is not equal to the sum of square of remaining two number, so this group of three numbers, that means these numbers are not the Pythagorean triplet. Exercise 2.1 question number 1 is based on this question, that means Pythagorean triplet. Solve that question also. Okay. Just we have to find first the square of greater number, then the remaining two number, square of remaining two number and add them. That means the sum of the square of remaining two number. If this, that is square of greater number and the square of sum of the other two numbers are equal, then the numbers are Pythagorean triplet. Otherwise they are not a Pythagorean triplet. Don't write PT, write full form Pythagorean triplet. Next is properties of right angle triangle. Properties of right angle triangle. Here we have to study the property of 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. Property of 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. That means in a right angle triangle, if three angles are 30 degree, 60 degree then and 90 degree, then we have to discuss the property of that triangle. Okay. Suppose the triangle is LMN. Suppose a triangle, right angle triangle LMN. LMN. In that angle M is 90 degree, angle N is 30 degree and angle N is 60 degree. So this triangle LMN is 30, 60, 90 triangle. So what is the property? The property of the side. What is the property of this type of triangle? That means what is the property? If your triangle is 30, 60, if in your triangle the three angles are 30, 60 and 90, in the right angle triangle, if the angles are 30, 60 and 90, then side opposite to 30 is half of hypotenuse. Just here you have to remember the properties. There is no need to prove the theorems. Just you have to remember the properties. We have to use this property to solve while solving the sum. There is no need to prove the theorem. Okay. So 30, 60, 90 property, or you can say the 30, 60, 90 theorem. So as per this theorem or the property, side opposite to 30 degree angle is half of hypotenuse. Okay. So here the side opposite to 30 degree is LM. So that means LM is half of hypotenuse. Here your hypotenuse is LM. Got it? So this is the first property. The side opposite to 30 degree is half of hypotenuse. Now the next, side opposite to 60 degree. Side opposite to 60 degree. So that the side opposite to 60 degree angle is root 3 upon 2 time of hypotenuse. Okay. Okay. So here the side opposite to 60 degree is MN. MN is the side that opposite to 60 degree. So MN is root 3. MN is equal to root 3 by 2 of hypotenuse. Hypotenuse again here LN. Okay. Now revise one more time. Property of 30, 60, 90 triangle. That means if your triangle is in your triangle, one angle is 30, one angle is 60 and one angle is 90, then the side opposite to 30 degree. Here the side opposite to 30 degree is LM, is half of hypotenuse, and the side opposite to 60 degree root 3 upon 2 time of hypotenuse. Okay. Now the next is property of 45, 45, 90 triangle. That means in your triangle, if the triangle is such type in that two angles are 45 and one angle is 90. So suppose here the triangle is ABC. ABC. This angle is 90 degree and angle A and angle C are the 45 degree. So this is the triangle of 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. So the property of 45, 45, 90 triangle, the side opposite to 45. Here the BC is also opposite to 45 degree and AB is also opposite to 45 degree. Side opposite to 45 degree is 1 upon root 2 time of hypotenuse. So here hypotenuse is AC. So side opposite to 45, that means AB is 1 upon root 2 time side opposite to 45 degree is 1 upon root 2 time of hypotenuse. Okay. So this is the property of 45, 45, 90 triangles. If you are in your triangle the three angles are 45, 45, 90, then the side opposite to 45 is 1 upon root 2 time of hypotenuse. So here the side opposite to 45 is AB and side opposite to 45 are BC. That means AB is also 1 upon root 2 time of AC. Here your hypotenuse is AC. And BC is also 1 upon root 2 time of AC. Got it? You have to remember these three properties. You have to remember these three properties. We have to use these three properties while solving the sum. There is no need to prove this 30, 60, 90 theorem and 40, 40, 45, 90 theorem. Once more I am repeating. In the triangle 30, 60, 90 triangle. In 30, 60, 90 triangle, side opposite to 30, half of hypotenuse. Okay. In 30, 60, 90 triangle, the side opposite to 60, root 3 upon 2 time of hypotenuse. In 45, 45, 90 triangle, the side opposite to 45 is 1 upon root 2 time of hypotenuse. Remember these three properties. Next is a theorem, that is similarity and right angle triangle. That means here we have to discuss, that means in this theorem we have to discuss the similarity in right angle triangle. The statement of this theorem is in a right angle, the altitude draw from right angle to hypotenuse divide the triangle in two triangles and that two triangles are similar to the original triangle and each other. Again I am repeating, in a right angle triangle, the perpendicular or altitude draw on hypotenuse form two triangles. Okay, that means due to the altitudes two triangles are formed and that two triangles are similar to the original triangle and similar to each other. So as per the theorem, as per the statement, draw the figure. So in a triangle, in a right angle triangle, that means the statement is about a right angle triangle. So first of all draw a right angle triangle. So this is a right angle triangle ABC. In a right angle triangle, the altitude draw on hypotenuse. So this is your hypotenuse. The statement is in a right angle triangle, the altitude draw on hypotenuse. So draw an altitude on hypotenuse. So BD is the altitude on hypotenuse. Now due to this altitude, two triangles are formed. See here, one triangle and this is second triangle. Okay. These two triangles are similar to original triangles. Your original triangle is ABC and similar to each other. Okay. Now as per this statement, we have drawn here the figure. Now write the given. Given here, just triangle ABC is a right angle triangle, and BD is perpendicular to hypotenuse AC. This much part is given, and you have to prove due to this altitude the two triangles are formed. To prove due to this altitude the two triangles are formed. These two triangles are similar to original triangle. That means the first triangle is ADB. The first you have to prove the first triangle form. Triangle ADB is similar to original triangle. So your original triangle is ABC. The second triangle form is BDC. The second is triangle BDC is similar to triangle ABC. The two triangles formed are similar to original triangle and similar to each other. That means these two triangles are similar to each other also. That means third part you have to prove triangle ADB is similar to triangle BDC. Got it? As per the statement, the given here is one right angle triangle, in that one altitude on hypotenuse. And due to this altitude, the two triangles are formed, and these two triangles are similar to original triangle. That means first triangle is also similar to original triangle, and the second triangle form is also similar to original triangle. And these two triangles are similar to each other also. This part you have to prove. Okay. Now let's start your proof. The first we have to prove these two triangles are similar. So focus on these two triangles. So in triangle ADB and triangle ABC. See here in triangle ADB D 90 degree. In triangle ABC 90 degree. That means angle ADB is congruent to angle ABC. Why? Because both 90 degree. Now one more. See. In triangle ABC, triangle ADB and triangle ABC, angle A is common in both the triangle ABC, A and ADB, A. Angle A is common in both the triangle. So therefore you can write here angle BAD is congruent to angle BAC by common angles. Okay. So therefore the triangle ADB is similar to triangle ABC by AA test. Easy. The first is one pair of angles are both one pair of angle 90 degree and one angle A is common in both the triangle. So therefore these two triangles are similar by AA test of similarity. Now move to the second one. Second we have to prove triangle BDC is similar to triangle ABC. Now focus on triangle BDC and ABC. In triangle BDC angle D 90 degree. In triangle ABC angle B 90 degree. That means angle D is congruent to angle B. Right here. Angle BDC is congruent to angle ABC. Both 90 degree. Now see once more in triangle BDC, in triangle ABC, angle C is common in both the triangle. So angle C is common, angle is congruent. So you can write here angle BCD is congruent to angle ACB, common angle. So therefore triangle BDC is similar to triangle ABC by AA test of similarity. Okay. Give it number 2. Now observe 1 and 2. Triangle ADB similar to ABC. Triangle BDC is also similar to ABC. That means these two triangles are similar to same triangle. That means these two triangles are similar to each other. So from 1 and 2, triangle ADB is similar to triangle BDC. So this is the third one. Okay, it's easy theorem. Similarity in right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, the perpendicular drawn hypotenuse form two triangles. These two triangles are similar to original triangle and similar to each other. So focus on the triangle that you have to prove. First I focus in these two triangle. One pair of angle is 90 degree and common angle. So therefore these two triangles are similar by a test. Now similarly in triangle BDC and ABC, one pair of angle 90 degree common angle. So therefore these two triangles are similar by a test of similarity. Now from 1 and 2, ADB is similar to ABC, BDC is similar to ABC. That means both the triangles are similar to same triangle. So therefore these two triangles are similar to each other. Easy theorem, practice it. Next topic is theorem of geometric mean. Theorem of geometric mean, the statement of this theorem: the perpendicular draw on hypotenuse from the opposite vertex, that is from the 90 degree angle. This hypotenuse is the geometric mean into which the segment is divided. Draw the figure. The statement is: in a right angle triangle, the perpendicular draw on hypotenuse. So ABC is your right angle triangle, BD is perpendicular on hypotenuse. So the perpendicular draw on hypotenuse is the geometric mean. This perpendicular that we draw on the hypotenuse, that means the altitude that we draw on hypotenuse, this altitude is a geometric mean of the side into which is divided. That means this geometric mean divides the hypotenuse. Okay. So here in this theorem the given is triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. Okay, and BD is perpendicular to hypotenuse AC. Okay, and you have to prove this perpendicular is the geometric mean. That means you have to prove BD square is equal to AD into DC. This is the geometric mean theorem. So the perpendicular draw on hypotenuse is called geometric mean. And the geometric mean theorem is the geometric mean square is equal to the fraction or AD into DC. That means geometric mean divides the hypotenuse. Okay. So BD, the perpendicular draw on hypotenuse, is called geometric mean. So here in this theorem the given is one right angle triangle and the perpendicular draw on hypotenuse, and you have to prove that perpendicular draw on hypotenuse is the geometric mean which divides the hypotenuse. Okay. Now let's start your proof. Now proof. Okay, you have to prove BD square is equal to AD into DC. Just we have studied the similarity in a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, the perpendicular draw on hypotenuse divide the triangle in two triangles, and that two triangles are similar to each other. That means as for the similarity in right angle triangle, these two triangles are similar. That means triangle ADB is similar to triangle BDC. Similarity in right angle triangle. Okay. And we know that in first chapter we have discussed if the triangles are similar, then corresponding sides are in proportion. So write the corresponding side. First, second. So AD upon BD. Second, third. That means BD upon DC. Now the first, third. AB upon BC. AB upon BC. Out of this is the corresponding sides of similar triangle. Out of these three ratios, we require BD square. We have to prove BD square is equal to AD into DC. That means we require these two ratios only. So take these two ratios. AD upon BD is equal to BD upon DC. Now cross multiply. BD into BD is BD square is equal to AD into DC. This is the theorem of geometric mean. Okay. So out of these three ratios, we require only these two ratios. So after cross multiply, we get BD into BD square and is equal to AD into AC. This is the theorem of geometric mean. Once more I am repeating. In a triangle, the perpendicular draw on hypotenuse is the geometric mean divides the side into divide the hypotenuse into the perpendicular drawn on hypotenuse is the geometric mean. We divide the segment into which. Okay. So that means in this triangle BD is the geometric mean, and you have to prove BD square is equal to AD into AC. Geometric mean property also we have discussed in 9th standard also. Okay. So let's start your proof. In proof, first of all, these two triangles which is formed due to this perpendicular, they are similar by the similarity in a right angle triangle. If these two triangles are similar, then corresponding sides are in proportion. So I have selected these two corresponding sides. So BD multiplied by BD square is equal to AD into DC. That means geometric mean divide the hypotenuse.